Hello, this is Broly, SS Guide, and I'm back with another video. This video, I'd like to talk about Sony, how they wanted to, get rid of physical disc, and there's some YouTubers out there, and I'm gonna name one of them, which is Marlongaming. Um, he pretty much said in a few videos ago about blaming. He blames the players, and he blames he's a part of it too. But at the same time, it's like I blame Sony wholeheartedly because they sit there and lie about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say that was I feel as though it's true anyway, but like let's just say like majority of the games were physical over digital, which is supposed to be the truth anyway, right? But they will sit there and lie about those numbers. They lie about everything. Just like how Rockstar lied to you about putting out a physical disc. But you don't think Sony will sit there and lie about those numbers being higher for digital than physical? And this dude sat there on TV talking about something. Yeah, guys. Um, Strauss, whatever that dude's name is, Strauss something, the guy from Rockstar, the head guy. He said that he's gonna be putting out a physical copy. I'm waiting on the physical copy. And all of a sudden, the guy said straight up, Strauss talking about, so, oh yeah, we're not doing physical, period. And then the dude, Marlon got back to us, so he told a bold-faced lie, blah 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 blah. And you know what? And Sony did too, nigga. Don't leave them out of it. They lied about those numbers for our own physical copies. If that dude can sit there and lie to us about getting a physical disc, what in the world will make you think that Sony can't lie about those numbers being um higher than being lies? Those numbers are fixed, bro. And I've been said those numbers are fixed. So even I'm at the point now. I'm gonna keep buying physical, right? But you know what? Even if we all buy physical, it won't matter because you know what Sony's gonna do? They're gonna try and make it seem like it's outweighing the digital outweighing the physical. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna lie about it. They're gonna cover it up. They don't. Come on, think about it. They're gonna lie. They're gonna keep on lying. They're gonna keep on lying. It doesn't matter how much physical we buy. They're gonna lie about it anyway. Oh, see, look. That's why. Look, if you think about it, why do you think we had? They gonna sit there. They sit there and add everything in the world, like as far as DLCs and all that kind of stuff, and they probably even add free to play games as physical downloads as a part of a purchase. Matter of fact, when you buy something like if I'm not mistaken, let's just say you got PS Plus, right? And you download these free games. Well, doesn't that say like thank you for your purchase for that game once you download it? They consider it as a purchase as well too, I believe. Even like on Fortnite, if you get like a free skin from through Sony, that's considered as a purchase because there's a DLC. So they use anything as to boost up those numbers, even though it's not an actual digital game sale itself of a an actual game. It's a part of a game part of being DLC. Like for instance, right, this game right here, I bought this on disc, right here. Marvel Two Fighters. I bought this game right here, disc, right. Now, I wanted an Ultimate Edition. I was about to buy this version of that, right, but they didn't have it. Okay, so I bought the standard. The guy asked me, he said, "You know what?" He said, "We don't have an Ultimate Disc here." He said, "Well, if you want, you go ahead and cancel your pre-order and you just go ahead and get the what do you call that, right? The digital copy, the digital version." I said, "No, thank you. I'd rather own my game than sit there and rent my game." I said, I'm okay." You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, but we go to the digital store, they got the pass, season one pass, and all that DLC digitally. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to buy that digital only. So I end up buying that because I want these skins. Like the skin right here for Storm. I wanted this man, so I bought it. Cost me $40 for it, right? So this is going to count for a purchase of them getting a. It sucks though. It's how they, bruh. They are just so greedy, dog, and like so what's the word? Not even just greedy, but like I can't even what's that word, bro? Like it's not scam. It's another word. Scummy. I can't. I don't know. But anyway, it's like they just they'll find any kind of way to boost those numbers up for the digital copy. You know what I'm saying? It's like why couldn't they put these skins inside the standard box as a digital code? Well, damn, it would still be a digital code. Wouldn't it? You still would be downloading that shit digitally. That's just how petty they are, though. They had to sit there and use DLC as a fucking purchase. They use everything, bro. What I'm saying is, I know that it's a purchase, but at the same time, it's not like a full game. It's just digital content. It's just DLC content. I mean, it's a part of the game anyway. So like, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just them being shady. That's the word I was trying to find. Shady. They shady as hell, bro. Truly shady. And I think it's sad that you got YouTubers like Marlongaming, bro. Um, he pretty much tells people like, hey, he seems like he's mad that people will actually leave Sony because of their decision. If- You know what I'm saying? Like it tells them don't come back, this and that. Like how you gonna tell somebody not to come back? It's their decision to leave and come back. You know? Tomorrow don't come back, pack your stuff up and leave. Like what? So you pretty much you sound salty for people having their own mind of what they want to do as far as them not being a part of PlayStation. Now, I never said I wouldn't be a part of PlayStation. I never said I wouldn't buy a PS6, but I did say that I stand with people that support physical discs, and I have been buying physical. I even bought some games for my Switch too, physically, and I also bought some digitally on my Switch too. I ain't gonna lie about that. I have only because the games that I did buy were games that's like not going. That's probably like not even in the stores no more. Like Star Wars, unfortunately, I had to get that, bro. You know what I mean? But like the Switch 2 ain't having that kind of problem. Like the games are being outsold more digitally than physically. You know what I'm saying? Like Sony, I think they don't have that problem either. Like I said, they just lying about those numbers. Then another thing I'm liking right now though from the YouTubers like pretty much not on Sony's side about this crap is the fact that they're showing more stories of um how Sony's being sued by 5 different places, people, areas of like, them getting sued, you know what I'm saying? Like I think Brazil, Mexico, and some people called what's their name? Stop Killing Games and so on and so on. And they're gonna sue for like $7 billion. Good gracious, bro. Then I heard California sued them for like $2 billion. They don't be paying some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, Marlon Elimination again. Oh, it won't stand in court. It's Sony's store, and look, Grand Theft Auto is gonna pretty much. That's the problem. I can't stand it, bro. He uses Grand Theft Auto as an scapegoat for every little thing Sony does wrong. Grand Theft Auto is gonna be the saving grace for Sony. It's the judge gonna see Grand Theft Auto's numbers and throw it out of court. What? Grand Theft Auto was only put out digitally. Okay? Of course people gonna buy the game. They wanna play the game. And you were the main one telling them to buy the game. $100 $100 home purchase. Remember what you said, right? Oh, if you're not a Grand Theft Auto fan, if you don't buy the $100 purchase, right? The $100 version of it, that's what makes you a true Grand Theft Auto fan. Pay $100, pay the $100. So you're part of the problem. You're the main problem of it. Telling people to buy that $100 version, and then sitting there talking about PS5 Pro every single day for the last couple of months or months ago. The months ago, I mean, PS5 Pro is to death. Oh, PS5 Pro, PS5 Pro, PS5 Pro, and and bro, I'm telling you, I got no problem with you, bro. I really don't. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not from like hate and nothing like that for you, nothing like that, bro. But it's like some things I just don't agree with you with. And I gotta speak my mind, bro. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I was in your chat, you wanted me to talk like that. And I know your moms will sit there and ban me for talking to you like this. But it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you act like you are on Sony's payroll. I'm sorry, you just do. You making songs like "Got him, got him, got him, got him." That's a whack ass song. And then like you make this song, but you sit there and tell us, "Oh yeah, I'm for the people and I'm all about physical this." But at the same time, you're not gonna leave Sony. You're not going nowhere. Say that to the what happened to Microsoft? Didn't that happen with Microsoft when people got fed up with Xbox and they left Xbox to PC? So I think you're scared that people can go somewhere, and you try to use that reverse psychology like they're not going to go nowhere because you don't want them to, because you know it'll hurt Sony. That's why you talk that way to people. Oh yeah, you say this, you say that. Okay, there are people like that backtrack on like MBG. I will admit that he backtracked on that, but MBG does not represent everybody that feels that way. Not everybody's gonna be sitting there and flip flopping and saying, "Oh, I'll change my mind." A lot of people will actually leave PlayStation. I never said that. And again, I never said I would leave PlayStation. But what I did say was this: I stand behind physical disc, and I have been buying physical disc for my PlayStation 5, my PS3, my Switch 2. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think that you're making a big mistake doubting these people that actually feel that way wholeheartedly. Because especially how Sony's been treating people and how they've been talking down on people and acting like we don't exist as people and like we're not worth the time of talking to. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we know that the what our players want, so we don't have to talk to them at all. We already know what they want. They're okay with our decision. Really, we're okay with the decision that you made, but yeah, you want. They won't even talk to us about it. You know what? If they, look, that's reverse psychology shit too, right? Think about this. If they knew that we were okay with the decision, then why wouldn't they talk to us about it? That's why they use like, oh yeah, we don't need to talk to them about it because we already know. No, no, no. That's what you call that scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call a get out of jail free card. So that way they don't have to face the criticism of the public saying we don't want this. They don't want to hear that from us, and um they know that we will push back, and we are pushing back against them with that. They don't want to hear. They don't want to face it. They don't want to face that head on. They want to close their eyes and cover their ears and cover their mouth. You know, like those monkeys. Those little monkey statues, and they had the eyes covered up, the mouths covered up, and all that shit. See, hear no evil, see no evil, and all that kind of shit. Like, yeah, that's what Sony's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I see what they're doing, bro. You know what I mean? And all they've been doing is lying to us, lying to us. And you know what? And again, I feel as though the Sony is just all the smoke. They do. They really do. And I seen another YouTuber out there making videos about Herman Host. Oh, here we go ahead with Herman Host. Herman Host is the one that ruined PlayStation. No, you didn't. Herman Host did not ruin PlayStation. The one that ruined PlayStation is Hiroki Nitoki, Hidaki Nishino, Lin Tao, and Wendy Becker. Herman Host is a part of it, yes. But he ain't the main source. No, he ain't the one. Herman Host doesn't call the shots like that, bro. He don't. Because what happens is Herman might have those ideas, but who's it ran by? Who's it, who does those ideas come across to? Before he makes any decision, it's got to be approved through who? Hiroki Totoki. Hiroki Totoki. Herman does not have the final say so of anything he does. But Hiroki, and I think that's been going on before he got demoted. Keep that in mind. Hiroki Totoki has been the leader before that happened. You see what I'm saying? Everybody want to jump on Herman Hulse. Herman Hulse is the one that did this because of Concord. And, yeah, he did mess up with Concord. He sure did. But who was it that approved of it? So you got to keep in mind, Herman might make those stupid decisions, but those stupid decisions are approved through who? Hiroki Totoki. Yes, he's the like head honcho over all of those guys. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? So don't lose don't lose sight on the main person that's like messing up the industry. Because Hiroki Totoki has no love for gaming whatsoever. At least him and host made games, and you know what I'm saying. Even though like we get tired of that same game, but like at least he did make them. Shit, Hiroki Totoki, well, he will delete a whole we call them people developer studio with ease, without a second thought when it comes to the maximizing them profits. So he don't care about play. He don't play. He doesn't care about games. He really don't. Well, I feel like that he doesn't care about the passion and love for games. He cares about games as far as making money to maximize stuff. But as far as like the developers behind those games and games made with like actual love and quality and all that, he don't care about that shit. You know, that game can probably make $1 million and they're done. It's all about maximizing, man. That's all it's about. But back to Marlongaming Nation though, sitting there talking about some yeah, I blame the players. This isn't just Sony's fault. Going back to PS2 and PS3 and days like that, part about people buying up digital stuff content, right? Now, how do you know for sure that most people was buying digital content back then? Because back then, for me, I didn't buy a lot of. I barely bought anything like digital. If I did, it's probably like a total of like 6 or 7 games. Probably less than that, like 5 or 6 games. As far as my PS3, most of my games, my PS3 is physical. No lie. I think I spent more on digital on my PS4 probably. PS4 and PS5, I spent more digital. PS3, I barely bought anything digital. PS2, I don't know if there's digital available on PS2, as far as I know of. The PS4 is probably when I just really started buying digital. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't buying a lot of it because I got a lot of PS4 games. Not a whole lot, but I got enough of them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the thing is, he's trying to like go back in the past. Or, oh yeah, y'all bought stuff way back then to now. All that adds up. Oh no, nigga, like people wasn't thinking about this shit like this, you know, in these kind of times of losing physical games. Everybody thought that we were good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we owned physical and digital. We didn't think it really mattered back then. Especially to this very day, we didn't think there was gonna, you know, be anything like this going on like this soon. Or like as far as Sony even like considering getting rid of digital or physical copies. You know what I mean? Like you would think Sony be so greedy they would love to keep on putting out physical discs because they want to make money in all angles. That's what I would think. Like, well, shit, hell, like Sony at least want to make money keep selling these physical games and also digital. They're getting money either way. But the way they're looking at it is like they want to when it comes down to it is this, and a lot of YouTubers are saying the same thing. It's like, regardless of how well physical sells, it doesn't match their store of them just maximizing every game for 100% profit. Just everything goes to their pocket and doesn't have a middleman to it, and that's their sole purpose. So it doesn't matter how many games you sold physically, they can't make that kind of money out of their store unless it's in their store. So I blame Sony wholeheartedly because all they want to do is maximize their games in their store, full price, no cuts. So how can you sit there and blame the players? Oh, it's the players' fault. Y'all about all this digital, and it's not even the case. Because it's been shown plenty of times that physical outsold digital. But y'all want to run to these little sites showing, oh, here and there, that, oh, okay, Ubisoft said the same thing. They're not selling any physical copies. So did Capcom, which pretty much primarily are PC players buying up their physical. And you know what? That's the thing I want to say too. Now, it was shown from Capcom, 60% of those players, of those sales were through PC players, right? Now, why wouldn't that be the same for Sony? Remember, Sony had PC players attached to us for over 6 years, and they still are attached to us. Through what? Live service games. This is one of them right here. This is one of the games right here that's still attached to PC for digital sales. You feel me? This is their bread and butter right here. Why do you think they want to keep on making more live service games, bro? Hey, remember how they sit there and say, "Oh yeah, we're okay with losing out on our physical gamers." You know why? You know why they saying it so confidently that they're okay with losing their physical gamers because they're relying on PC gamers. They rely on that part of their game of their player base to cover the physical games, as far as like live service stuff. And they know that the PC has a way bigger player base than the PlayStations themselves. I mean, I don't know what's the number size of the PC player base, but I know it's way bigger than Sony's. So that's why they feel so confident in saying, "Well, if y'all leave, y'all leave." They're not gonna say it out loud because we got PC. That's why they want to get rid of. That's why they got out of PC as far as first party games, right? But he knows how to keep PC around, all right, because they still want to use PC for live service games and to have a player base to rely on when they don't have physical gamers out here anymore like that. I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, I'm not saying hold up. What I'm saying makes sense. It makes sense of what they're doing. Of like they are relying on PC. That makes sense to me. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is like it's making sense to what. Okay, what I'm saying is like I put it together, and what makes sense to me and what they're doing is they're using PC to replace physical gamers, and I don't like that at all. I'm not saying that it's justified what they're doing. What I'm saying is like it's coming together in my mind of what they're doing is they're using the PC player base to cover up for the PlayStation player base too. That's why they're not even worried about losing out on the player base of the physical copy gamers. They don't care, you know. This is crazy, man. But like back to like Marlongaming Nation though, people like that sit there and defend Sony for, oh yeah, I blame you players. I blame all the players because y'all are the main ones that sit there and battle for all this physical stuff. I'm sorry, digital stuff. Really. But yeah, you don't blame somebody for lying, right? You don't blame someone for sitting there and lying to the players about those numbers. You don't lie. You don't nah. But yeah, you was mad about your boy Strauss for telling lies about that physical copy coming out, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, ain't no physical copy. You was heated about that. He's mad about that though, wasn't you? But he did. But what were the same energy was Sony when they lied about those numbers? Huh? And I know she never once showed the numbers of the charts of physical outselling digital, unless it's something negative about physical. Oh, look, Matt Pescastillo sit there and said that the only what 100,000 sold or something like that of for digital for our physical games and for seven places games only that many copies sold or some crap like that. Really? And keep in mind those games were probably trash anyway. And some of the games wasn't even for place wasn't even PlayStation exclusives. Keep that in mind too, right? But they didn't even he mentioned those that crap up, but he won't mention the Simon leaks. He won't mention those games that actually show PlayStation outselling far as digital. I'm sorry, physical outselling digital. He didn't show that at all. Not once. Not one time he showed that. But he said there show Matt Piscatella negative thoughts about it. He sit there and show what's her name? That broad's name? Why Amy something. Her take on it, you know, he sit there and talk about Valve saying something like, it's y'all fault and all this kind of crap. Like, it's the play. I blame the player base. He's like a follower when it comes to like negative stuff. I feel like that he's like a follower for Sony. Like whatever they say, he obeys, and he does. Oh well, if Sony says so, it must be true. It's got to be true. It's like he's like brainwashed with him or something. I don't know. And then you got a song called "Got Him, Got Him, Got Him, Got Him, Got Him." Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Sony got y'all. Sony, where you gonna go? And that's what part I can't stand. Where you gonna go? You don't like Nintendo. You don't like Xbox. You don't like play. You don't say you don't like PC. Where you gonna go? Well, I got me a Switch too. If I really want to go, I can go. But the thing is, I never said I wasn't gonna go. But the ones that did say it, they can buy a Switch too. They can go buy an Xbox or a PC and be gone forever. See, the thing is this, right? Okay, Xbox was a huge player base at one per time. Remember we had the Xbox 360? And what happened with that after the 360 came out? Xbox One came, and people left Xbox One to what? Go to PlayStation, go to PC. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't make it seem like Sony is like untouchable, and how people can not just leave Sony if they really wanted to, because they did it for Xbox. Xbox, you know what I'm saying, lost all those players to Sony and another platform besides on PC, especially with PC. So he's pretty much playing with fire with that. Especially you sitting there like um mocking people and acting like they don't have no options because Xbox showed that there is options, which is PC, PlayStation, and Nintendo. So now guys from PlayStation like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna take this. I go to PC. I go to Switch. I go to the Nintendo. I can go to Xbox. PlayStation guys know how to take this. So I don't know why you keep feeling like trying to tell people you have no options. You got nowhere to go. Got them. That's whack, bro. Yeah, what it seems like to me is you're trying to play both sides of the fence. Of you're on the player side and you're on the Sony side too. You can't do both, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the player side. I'm not on the Sony side for none of this crap, and it never will be. I ain't gonna say I hate Sony, but I hate what they become and I hate what they done, what they've been doing. And this is not our Sony. This is a whole different beast right here that we have in this in this offices. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have been there for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they wasn't in the spotlight like this, especially at Hiroki Toki. Um, you need to call up more names besides Hiroki Toki as well. We need to call for his boss, which is her name is Wendy Becker. She's one of the chairman of Sony, and she's pretty much Hiroki Toki's boss. Need to get her fired too. Need to start calling these names out. Hiroki Toki, Wendy Becker. And my host, he's a small fish in the pond, bro. So is the guy Nino. Actually, the guy Nino Hidaki. I think he's over Herman host, if I ain't mistaken. If not, they might be in the same level or something probably. But they need to be called out. They need to be fired. They need to be gutted out. They need to be gutted out. They do. We need another Xbox shutdown. You know what I'm saying? Like they did with Phil Spencer and what's that chick name? I forgot her dang old name. I forgot her name, bro. But Phil Spencer and that chick, I forgot her name, man. Sarah Bond. That's right, Sarah Bond. We need another one of those, but it needs to touch more than just Hiroki Toki. It needs to touch Wendy Becker as well. You need to get both those people fired, man. Real talk. They need to learn a lesson, man. Hit their bottom line right into them being fired. How about that? That's their bottom line. Fire them. Get those lawyers to jump on Wendy Becker and Hiroki Toki. Get them fired, bruh. Real talk. But yeah, like I said, we all have options. You can go back to your PS3, play online for free if you want to. You don't really have to leave PlayStation. You can just go to PlayStation 3, play your old games up there, buy your old retro games through the stores, physical games. Go to Amazon, whatever. Go to GameStop. Get your games physically from if you don't if you try to play on PlayStation 5, go to PS3 or something. Go to PS2. Go to Xbox One. I don't know. You have choices though. It's no, I hate when people act like you have no Marlongaming. That's the one I'm talking about mostly. You don't have no choice. Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? But come back to Sony. Come back to Sony. See, I don't hate Sony, but if I did hate Sony, I would do that. If I hated them, if I'm tired of their crap, I hated Sony. But I got all the options I can go to, you know, and play. But my thing is this: I just want to just stock up on more physical games that I don't have. The games that I do have is only digital. I'm replacing those with physical. That's what I've been doing. And right now, I'm at the point I be looking at games on PlayStation Store. I'm like, wow, I wish this was my Switch too. I wish they had this on Switch too. You know what I'm saying? Like Power World, I want to buy for my Switch too, but it's not on Switch too. You know, where it's like now that I have my Switch too, it's like, man, um, I'm looking at these third party games, second party games. Like, bro, I should get some of my Switch too. I should buy my PlayStation 5. See, that's another way you get hurt Sony too. Stop buying those third party games, second party games, you know, from Sony store and buy for another platform. That's how you get them too. I bet that hurt their bottom line. Because remember, they rely on majority of third party games. Their first party barely come out like that. So you start buying a lot of those games on their store, digital store. Oh, they will see that. They'll see a bottom line already. They will see a bottom line. And right now, I haven't bought any new games as far as digitally from my PlayStation, but I have bought some DLC. Like I said, I did buy the DLC for this game. Bought DLC for Marvel Rivals for some skins and stuff. But as far as like buying full blown digital games, I haven't bought that lately from Sony. I haven't bought anything since they had announced them announced themselves of like killing physical copies. I haven't bought any full blown digital full price games. I haven't bought any of them like that. Even cheap ones, I haven't been doing that. So if I want to get something digital, I'll get on my Switch too. As far as a full blown digital game. Or I buy a digital or I buy a physical for my PlayStation 5 or my Switch 2. As far as a full blown game. So right now I'm doing my part. So I'm not buying physical full blown games. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been going to I either buy the game physical for my PlayStation 5 or I get a physical or digital on my Switch 2. Or both. So I'm doing my part. For real, for real. But the thing is, don't let these YouTubers give you reverse psychology. Or they try to there say something. Oh, it won't hold up in court because Sony and GTA 6 is going to show the judge that majority of those games are sold through GTA 6. Dude, they don't own GTA 6. And those shareholders are dumb. They should have been like, okay, besides GTA 6 and COD that you don't own, you know what I mean? What other games do you guys have to show for? That's in your first party library, and your second party library, and your third party library. What do you guys have that reaches those kind of numbers of GTA 6? That's what I would ask them. And I guarantee you, they would have heard crickets. But yeah, guys, that's the end of my video. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, Sony doesn't own GTA 6. You have a choice of whether or not you want to buy a different console. You don't have to be tied down to a console when you don't like what they're doing. If you hate the decision that they're making, you can buy another console. And when you see them change things around, you can always come back. In my opinion, that doesn't make you a flip flopper because you don't like what a company is doing. It makes you a flip flopper when you sit there and you just jump on things just to be jumping on things like a bandwagon. To me, that's a flip flopper. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, what Sony's doing is just not acceptable for any type of person, any kind of gamer that plays. When you have a company that sit there and belittle people and don't show them no kind of like communication whatsoever, they deserve to smoke. They deserve to be ghosted by players that feel that way until they change their ways. Players can come back whenever they want to. Someone don't come back, Marlon. Don't come back. You can come back whenever you want, people. Because Sony's the one doing wrong, not you. I can't believe that nigga said this to myself. Don't come back. He was mad at MBG for. He was mad at MBG. He was mad at MBG because MBG said fuck PlayStation. He said fuck PlayStation. That's why he got mad, bro. And you done with PlayStation. Only reason why MBG pretty much changed his attitude because I think that nigga was getting death threats on me and on home. But how can y'all give people death threats over a video game, especially when the company is doing wrong? The company is sitting there telling you they don't care about you. They don't care about you, and they're gonna start charging y'all, us, not y'all, but us, I'm included, more money for digital copy games, but yet, you know, everything's just fine at on PlayStation. It's not, man. It's not fine there. And people have the right to choose whether or not they want to play on a PlayStation console or they want to play on other consoles. I got a Switch 2, I got an Xbox One, and I got a PS3, and I got a PS4. So I got a lot of consoles for myself. Um, so whenever still thinking about getting a PS6 though, because I hate the PS5 Pro. You know what I mean? And I'm like this. I feel like this. If the PS6 comes out, we lost that war. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and get it, right? Because it's not going to change nothing. If that PS6 comes out, we lost that war. But, I don't know. If the sales are so low for the PS6, they might end up putting the disc drive on the PS6 Slim. I mean, who knows? Who knows? You never know, man. But I don't want to sound defeated though, because like these lawyers out here are they gonna, be suing Sony. So hopefully they can change some things around, and get things back on track as far as them keeping this. If not keeping this, then at least giving us like digital rights to own our games. Well, still ain't the same as having a physical disc. It's like you can't, for Christmas get a Christmas present, open up that digital, game under a tree. You can't do that. You can't, you know, physically hand over that game to somebody, wrapped up in a Christmas wrapping paper and say, "Here you go. Here's your present." You can't do that, or your birthday present. You can't do that. It's just something you can't touch unless you can't touch it at all. It's just digital. It sucks, you know. But anyway, guys, in my video, like I said, don't let these YouTubers try to reverse psychology you to believe that you have nowhere to go, you can't never come back. Uh, it's all your fault, not Sony's. I blame the YouTuber that say that wholeheartedly. That's your fault. You're the part of the problem. You're the reason why people went out there and spent $100 for GTA 6. Why you telling them to buy it anyway in the first place? Regardless if you cancel your order, your pre-order or not, you still was a part of the problem that night. You sit there and told people buy GTA 6, buy GTA 6, buy GTA 6, $100 worth, the $100 version, over and over again, $100 version, over and over again, and sit there bragging about it, bro. But you look mighty stupid when they sit there and told you, oh yeah, by the way, for Rockstar, we putting out no physical copies. You was so mad about that one. You was real mad about that. But where was that same energy for Sony for sitting in line about those digital versus physical cop sales? Where was the same energy for that? Nah, no, it's not like that for Sony. With you, it's like, Sony tells no lies. Got him, 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 got him. It's so weird, dude. That's so weird. That's so weird. Way of talking about things. A weird way of putting out things. A weird way of fighting the cause. We've got songs like that helping Sony cause the cause. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird, man. But anyway, all I gotta say, about my little rant, about my little input on, some of these YouTubers, especially Marlongaming Nation. That's one of the main ones that I watch, and it's just, it's just sad, bro. Like, dude has no backbone, just rolls right over. Well, what are you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. How about support another daggone console and buy games on for that? That's what you can do. That's what I've been doing. How about buying more physical games? That's what I've been doing. And I show my games on my YouTube channel, like what I've been buying. And I play the new games that I got right now on my YouTube. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, Marvel Toolcon, Batman Lego, and so on and so on. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, physical version. Doom Eternal, physical version. That's old, but still physical version. You know what I'm saying? So I've been buying myself lately, physically. So anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say about this video. About this person, about the situation, and just to remember that don't not let this reverse psychology affect you. Keep pushing forward for physical copies. And you know what? Make a song called "No Dis No Buy." Somebody do that song for him to counter his got him. Somebody make a song. Please make a song called "No Dis No Buy." Since he hated so much, it annoys him to see in the comment section, "No dis, no buy, no disc, no buy." Make a song about it. Make a song about that damn no dis no buy to really piss him off. He said this said it too. It annoys me seeing no dis no buy, no disc. He said it hurts him so much. It irks him so much. He talks about it throughout his whole stream most of the time when he sees it. No disc, no buy, no disc, no good. I'm glad it's eating your ass up. I'm glad. And look, if it's affecting him like that, imagine the people that work at PlayStation. And look, keep in mind, Marlon ain't making the kind of money PlayStation making. So imagine when they see that on comment section all the time when they put something about no disc, no buy, and I love it. And I love it. Keep on showing Hiroki the Toki's picture up there everywhere y'all talk about the situation. Plaster his face everywhere. Plaster his face everywhere. With that smug look on his face with them glasses, on them glasses on. Too much some maximize. Yeah, yeah. Plaster nigga's face every single where on YouTube. No this, no buy. That's right. Right on. No this, no buy. No this, no buy. I like that. Keep on, keep going. Keep on trucking. Right, guys. End the video right there. And remember, got him. Psych. No this, no buy forever, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. All right, this is Buddha guys. Signing out. One love, peace. I'm out. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like share button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.